All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahawashi, by Hashem, Harakak, Kodash, Thumb. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and to all the argument across the globe, preaching the word of truth and sincerity. I want to say Shalom. This is Dianawa from the Great Millstone Campus, Chicago, with a little hit. Just something I just want to get off my chest. It's been on my chest for a while. Just really nothing in particular, really. Just something that a reminder, a little refreshing to put in the minds of you brothers, and also you younger Akim as well, to remember brotherly love. Um, I'm not talking about so much as charity and giving alms and helping brothers out, but also the way you conduct yourselves around your brethren, man. Also about the way you speak um, and talk to your brethren, man. Cause that's a big part of the truth, and that's a big part um, of our separation. When we go out into the world as a group, like brothers get to go out a lot together, and they experience a lot of good times together outside of camp. And it's amazing how many times people have sat and marveled at how we conduct ourselves. Okay. Personally, I've encountered this many times. How brothers have respect for each other. Our brothers um, greet and act toward one another. And that's all because the Spirit of Yahawashi Yahshua dwelling in us, and we know that we don't want to offend a brother. And not only that, but we want to be treated in such a way that we feel wanted, we feel respected, and we feel appreciated. And it's a good thing to watch people marvel how we salute brothers and how we conduct ourselves and how we fight over checks, how we fight over who gets the last piece. And when I say fight over who gets the last piece, as meaning as who's gonna take the last piece because nobody wants to take it. You know what I mean? And that's a beautiful feeling, man. And people are watching us. But the Lord really takes into account about how we treat each other. This is John 13:34. A new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another. As I have loved you, that ye also love one another. By this shall all men know that ye are my disciples indeed. Slakia. By this shall all men know that ye are my disciples if you love one another. All right? And let's get this, because the scripture talks about the fruit of the Spirit, right? Right. This is Galatians 5 and 22. Because how we love one another is and how we treat each other is how we're gonna treat Yahawashi Yahawashi, man. All right, and we don't want to have excuses for our behavior when it comes to treating our brethren, man. Will you give Yahawashi that excuse? Well, I was drunk, Yahawashi, so that's why I called you out your name. You wouldn't do that, you see? So why would you do that to a brother? Why would you act a certain way to a brother that you wouldn't act to Yahawashi Yahawashi? And don't get me wrong, now there's times where, we all fall short, okay? But if it's in your power to do something, you should do it, all right? And only you and the Lord know is it. Only you and the Lord know if you're holding back, your alms and your charity. You see, sometimes you could, and there are brothers who give charity without everybody else knowing, and there's nothing wrong with that. You see, but you can't be in the spirit of receive, and when it's on you to give back, you don't do it. Do I have outstanding debts? Yes, and I like to pay these brothers back, man. Lord knows I do. You know, um, and me myself, I want to make a more concerted effort to handle my debts. Okay, and I'm speaking to myself first and foremost when I make this lesson. And Jake Jake wonder why things don't go the way they do for themselves. For themselves. Well, probably because you're not doing unto others as you want others to do unto you. Maybe you want a brother to be so brotherly to you, but you don't want to reciprocate that brotherly love. You see? But the fruit of the spirit, all right, how we love one another, all right, it's gonna show in our actions and not just words, man. All right? This is Galatians 5:22. But the fruit of the spirit is love, joy, peace, long suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Against such there is no law. All right, and these are the things, the characteristics that we must show and exude when we're around the Akim, man. When you're around the Akim, it shouldn't always be, a cut session, man, a rebuke session. It shouldn't always be you standing in the middle, all right, with the light on you, all right, always trying to outwit a brother, man. Sometimes you gotta let the spirit be. Let the spirit flow. Okay? Alright? Because the Lord doesn't abide in strife and contention, man. Okay? He doesn't abide in 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 um in um in things that are not edifying. You see? When we're around the brothers, we gotta conduct ourselves as if we're in the midst of Yahawashi Yahawashi, because the scriptures do say there were two or more gathered in the midst, or with two or more gathered together, there I am in the midst. So when you're with a brother and you're dealing and you guys are in the spirit, you gotta remember that the Lord is there too. So how you treating a brother, all right, in front of other occupants, how you gonna treat Yahawashi in front of the brothers, man? And we got to remember that, man. And they that are of Mashiach crucify the flesh with the affections and lusts. If we live in the Spirit, let us also walk in the Spirit. Let us not be desirous of vainglory, provoking one another, envying one another, man. So you're really walking in the Spirit. You're going to conduct yourself in a manner that's going to be in a way as a brother in the truth, as a man in the truth. You see? All of us want to call ourselves teachers, and I'm a prophet, and I'm a man of the Lord, and I know this, I've been in the truth 10 years, and I've been in the truth as long as you. All right, or I'm a deacon, I'm a bishop. All right, and what does that actually mean, man? If you're not conducting yourself in a way that Yahawashi would approve of, man. Yet we look around and you wonder why things are not going your way. Well, maybe because we need to start exuding more of the characteristics that Yahawashi has set an example for us to follow, man. You see, because a lot of brothers, like I said, I'm just speaking in general, okay. In reference to the verse 26, it says, "Let us not be desirous of vainglory, provoking one another, envying one another." You see, you got to be careful when everything is "look at me," or that "look at me" spirit, man. All right, everybody chilling, we cool, and all of a sudden you want to get up and you want to start rebuking people, man. There's a time and place for everything. Everything is not meant to be said or done just because it comes to your mind, man, or just because it comes to your mouth. You see, you gotta be more in the spirit and of the spirit of discernment, knowing when to say when, and knowing when to shut it down. You see? Because just because you've been in the truth, however long you may think that it means something, because it never really means nothing. You see? Because you got brothers who've been in the truth 10 years, all right, who being past my brother been in the truth 5 years. You see? Or just because you've been in the truth so many years doesn't make you mature. Doesn't make you on a level. All right? So just because you think that you may have came in with a group of guys or whatever, all right, and just because of that alone, you think that you're equal to a brother. That's not the case, man. Okay? The brothers come in after me who didn't surpass me. All right? So you can't be desirous and envious of brothers of the lot that the Lord has put them on, man. You see? All right? Some brothers have their lot, which the Lord gave them, which is just for them. And your lot may be something else. Okay? And we got to make sure that we're in balance, man. Let me see what I have first. Let me see. Right. Let me see. Salaki. Oh, okay, This look, give me this. This is Matthew 18:6. But whoso shall offend one of the little ones which believe in me, it were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck and that he were drowned in the depth of the sea, man. So these brothers who you are around believe in Yahawashi outside, same as you do, man. All right, these are not your men. These are not your men to go around berating and treating them like they're your own personal errand boys or own personal fruit, so to speak, man. All right, we belong to Yahawashi Yahawashi, man. And these men believe in the Lord just as much as you do, although he may not do 10 videos a week, although he may not go around and fellowship with 100 brothers a week, or he may not bring out a precept for every single word that a brother may speak, does not mean that brother does not believe in the Lord, man. You see? And for you to hold brothers at the standard, okay, which, don't get me wrong, and I'm going to say this, you know, we can always do more, okay, but you don't know what you can do until you do it. All right, now, brothers, hey, look, don't think that just because a brother is not, you feel a brother not on the same level as you, does not mean that brother loves the Lord any less, man. All right? You want to nitpick about certain things, about brothers, how they do certain things, but look, hey, that Lord believe he's fighting, he's doing what's required of him as in accordance to the standards we have about Yahawashi and the standards and the standards here at Great Millstone, then you leave them brothers alone, man. You see? All right, and and this is something I learned early in the truth. When we go in the scripture, we all got our favorite books. You know, outside of Yahawashi, we got our favorite, prophets and men in the book. And suppose you treated those men spitefully, man. Not knowing that man was Obadiah or Jeremiah or Isaac or whoever, man. You see? Okay? And let's be mindful, man, of these things. Hey, this is a walk, all right, that Yahawashi has done for us already, man. Yahawashi didn't go around offending and going, according to the scripture, as far as the scriptures say. All right, he didn't go around offending Paul, offending Peter, Matthew, Mark, and Luke. Yeah, did he chastise them and correct them and rebuke them at times? Yes. But was he a tyrant? Was he a lion? No. Okay? We got to make sure that we're not offending the Lord's little ones, because you never know who it is the Lord has, who it is that the Lord may have in the midst, who the Lord may have you in the midst of, man. Sometimes the Lord put people in your life, put brothers in your life, just to see how you're going to treat them, man. All right? So that I'm going to say shalom.